This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and this is the scene at sold-out Everbank Stadium in downtown Jacksonville. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And space tough to come by there, so he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8.
73.
Throwing is Hurts. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Dexter Lawrence busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Hurts. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. They'll look to throw here. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
From the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught. Andre Yoshibas. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Andre Yoshibas. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. From the gun, it's May. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. To throw, it's May. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. To the air, May. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
First down. First and goal.
In motion, the tight end. They'll run with Pollard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll shift things around.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the Jaguars' 2-yard line.
Pollard again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Crazy. 5.
They'll throw with May. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
63, 63, 63.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Open man is Yoshivas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
They scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Chuck Clark in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. They'll drop the throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Dexter Lawrence able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down again. Adafe Owe. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. May. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the shotgun, it's May. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Pulled in at the 24. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's taken in by Arroyo. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
46-yard line.
Hey, 73, 73. Go Silver, ready? Tiger Hornet.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Andre Yoshibas with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. From the shotgun, May with it. He'll air this one toward Coleman. That's caught at the 25. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Bengals first down. It's a gain of 48 yards. And the Bengal first down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's May. Now he'll tuck this and run. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing here is May. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Hey, 73. Like a Hornet.
Throwing is Hurts. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Carl left Yeti. Carl left Yeti. Yeti.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's got a Bengals first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here goes that.
He'll look to throw. Going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
First down, Cincinnati.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Keon Coleman, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner, look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Dexter Lawrence bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Third and 8. Hurts. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
That's good for a Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Elijah Arroyo, 47 yards. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
First down, Bengals.
Here's Pollard again. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Number 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll look to throw. May looking to run. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a 1st down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season. But coming up right now here, 1st and 10. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
A loss of 7.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Inside the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Taken down back at the 15-yard line.
5. Crazy.
2nd and 13. May looking to run. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
What's up? Crazy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. His zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Crazy, crazy.
To the air, May. He'll try and do this himself. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward May. And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Turnover on down.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Washington with the catch, middle of the field. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So what do you do if you've got a defense in cover 3 trying to keep everything in front of them? The answer seems obvious. Just work those routes in front of them. This is going to be a hitch route, but he's operating in plenty of space, and he makes a catch here for a first down.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd down and 3.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, go!
Now a first carry for their fullback.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
19 Tiger, 19, 79 Broncos. Let's go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
A loss of a yard.
And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Santos' kick is up and through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Oh, some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Here's 1st and 10.
Crazy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man down the field. That's a Dunze. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's 1st and goal. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Hey, here goes tonight. Hey, what's up?
And they will take a knee here. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, what's up?
He's back to throw. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. Totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Here it is, 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Point after try forthcoming. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Bengals 28, Jaguars 24.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11.
Oh, what a play. Now get to the ball quickly. Got to be ready with another play or get up and spike it.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Here's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 3-yard line.
And they'll get the spike off with 6 seconds to go. A big play here. 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. This ball intercepted. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game.
He was covered by Kate.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.